Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you, well, whatever. This is where we're at as of the 24th of February 2018. I've got the suspension in, bolted, down, torqued. The only thing that hasn't been addressed yet is the ride height. So I'm waiting for, and I'll explain in a second, I'm waiting for something to happen before I can actually set the ride height. But the torsion bars are in, shocks are in, steering's in, suspension, control arms, everything. That's all in, it's all torqued. And I made sure to tighten certain pieces with the weight of the truck on it. So those items are all checked off the list. So then that gives it kind of the same profile I had before I took it apart, since I really haven't lowered it. I mean, it's a little lower in the front, just because I haven't set the bars yet. But I have new wheels for this thing. If you guys have been following my Instagram, the wheels I bought them pretty cheap, but the finish was pretty hammered on them. So I sandblasted the wheels and did some more steps, and then led to polishing. I didn't want a perfect aluminum mirror finish, so I went for kind of a more brushed look. I showed these wheels before. These are the AR62 American racing rims. These are 15 by 7s, and they've got kind of a machine look to them. That's as far as I wanted to go with it. I figured that road grime will hide imperfections, because Lord knows I had nowhere near perfect performance on these. I'll just walk around and show you guys some more of the profile. Then I'll show you guys the big secret. Kind of dark, so I can't really show you too much of what's going on underneath the truck. Not too much going on in here at the moment. I changed the shift knob. It's the same as the one that came out of the truck originally, but it was out of my parts pathfinder, and it had a better look to it, because this one was, the one that came off the truck was chipped. So if you look, you can see there was a chip missing between the 4 and the R. I like the way the shifter knob feels, but I didn't like the chip. So this came out of my parts pathfinder. It's in really good shape, and there's no chip. The what they call the medallion is in good shape. Moving along here. Same wheel setup in the rear still. That's changing though. I'm going to be starting on a set of, well, the other half of the set of those AR62s. I'm going to have to do the same whole process with sandblasting it, Scotch-Brite pad, and then I used Wicked metal polish on a mother's polishing cone, and I did the polishing twice. So that's the secret to how I got this machine look. And then I used a cleaner wax on the bare aluminum, so it gives it a really machined look. I can move one into the light here so you get an idea. That's how it looks. The light is making it look brighter than it really is, but it's kind of more of a gunmetal color to it. So those are going to be replacing these white wheels, and I'm not getting rid of the white wheels. I like them. I like them a lot. I just don't like that they're 15 by 6. That's the only thing I don't like about them. They're real narrow, which works for these narrow 195 tires. But these new tires that I've got, those are 215s. So I'm afraid that they're going to bow out too much. I mean, these are 225s and they bow out pretty good too, which kind of gives it like a tubbed the truck kind of like a pseudo tubbed kind of look. But I think the wheels just don't really cut, don't cut it with, the offset, at least in the rear. Certain angles it looks good. Certain angles it looks awesome. Like that looks awesome. But you get on top of it and you're like, oh. I mean, I like them. So I'm gonna keep them, obviously. And I found out what wheels these are. These are Toyota rims. They are from like an 84, 85 four-wheel drive SR5 package. And these were originally chrome. And Lord knows they probably aren't chrome anymore. They've been painted over a bunch of times. But I like the look of them. They look good on a two-wheel drive truck. So obviously I'm going to keep them around just in case I feel like slapping them on this truck and just running them around. I guess I'll save the most awesome part of this project that I did tonight for last. But here you guys go. That's a Lund visor. It's an unlighted visor. But here's the best part of this. Now it's only sitting here. This is not permanently mounted yet. I'm working on that. I gotta get some of those rubber well nuts and some stainless bolts, and I'm gonna put it on like that. But the best part of this is that look at the color. I bought this back in 2010 or 2009. I bought this off of what turned out to be a close friend of mine later on, but it was, look at the fade. I mean, it just looks like this thing has been on this truck since the beginning, and it almost perfectly matches the patina that is pretty much in a lot of places on this truck. Where we've burned right through the clear coat. I mean, there's no clear coat left on this thing anywhere. So it's the paint's pretty ratty at this point. So to see that this has faded enough to match this, so now I don't have to paint it, and I don't have to pretend like it's supposed to be there by pretending to chip it up, giving it fake patina. That was meant to be on that truck. And as soon as I saw it, once we were done, it's just held in there with a couple screws just for measurement purposes and everything. But once I saw it on the truck, and I realized, oh my God. Like if you watch the episode of Roadkill where Finnegan sees his 55 gasser for the first time with the body on the frame and how he gets all teared up. Well, I didn't tear up, but I definitely felt my heart pounding because I was like, wow, this thing just, it's definitely supposed to wear that thing. It really does look like that. And then I finally got to see like almost the completed project with the fog lights on the roll bar, the black hood, which I'm going to be sending out soon to get actually painted flat black. The new mirrors, the new seats, junkyard mirrors, junkyard seats, Craigslist purchase, junkyard purchase, Amazon, Craigslist, both these wheels, all four wheels, Craigslist. Fender flares, junkyard, junkyard flares, junkyard Altezza taillights. So I'm getting really excited right now. This is really getting me wanting to get this ready for any summer excursions that I'm end up doing. I got a couple things that I'd like to do. One thing that's pretty much in the bag, but I haven't really like finalized everything. And a junkyard tour. Hey, this thing just, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. It made this truck come alive. Just a simple thing like that. And, you know, I sat on the fence for ages thinking, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? And my buddy pushed me into it. He said, just see what it looks like. You're going to want to do it anyways. And as soon as he held it up there, I was like, whoa. Yeah. That's got to happen. Best part is that it hides all that really ugly windshield sealing work that I did on this thing. The windshield used to leak pretty bad. So, yeah. Don't mind the CB antenna, because I don't think this thing's gonna have a CB. I think my buddy just tossed it on here as a joke. Well, everything we do around here is a joke. So I gotta just get these wired up. Wiring left. Axle is pretty much on deck at this point. It's taking some practice swings. My buddy is going to be mounting and balancing these wheels and tires this week, so I can finally get those bolted on, and then from there I'm going to set the ride height. I want it low, but I don't want it so low that the frame is like, you know, completely bouncing off the ground. But I don't want any gap where the tire and the flare is. I want it as tight as I can get it, you know, tastefully. So that's what I'm waiting for. That's my next move. So I left the lock nuts off the torsion bars, so they're still adjustable. I've got my ramps here. I've got my floor jacks, or my jack stands here. So she's gonna go up and come down and go up and come down. The suspension now is really, really stiff. You can barely move this thing, which is gonna make it like a real tight drive for sure. The only thing I've got to do, and this is a note to myself, is I've got to get a new tube of grease. I ran out of grease after doing one ball joint. That's how it works though. That's absolutely how it works. Now, this thing is just coming together better than I thought that it would look. I mean, this really is just looking good. I'm excited to drive it. I hope you guys like it, because you know, it's been a long way to get to this point. We're getting there though, little bits at a time. I still got to pop the exhaust on it. That's just straight right out of the manifold right now. And I ran into a little problem with that distributor fix that I tried doing. If you don't get that drill bit dead nuts, forget it. The cap will be off center, and I had a problem with the rotor cutting into one of the lugs for the spark plug there. And so that cap is trashed, that rotor is trashed. The holes are off center. So I'm going to probably end up buying a distributor off of eBay and just slapping that in this thing and calling it a day. I'm kind of tired of dicking around with it. All right, guys, so that's the biggest thing right now. I mean, the profile just is exactly what I wanted and better, because I didn't think it could look that awesome. I mean, a lot of people don't like those things because they make it look like the truck's wearing a baseball cap. But come on, you know, a truck like this, which is just pretty silly to begin with, is allowed to have something as silly as that on it. And yeah, I wear baseball caps, so why shouldn't the truck wear a baseball cap? All right, I'm just meandering here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section, and I'll bring you more material soon. I just didn't film any of the actual process today due to the fact that I was just, as soon as I walked in the door, I was just gung-ho and couldn't wait to get moving. So I just fired it up and just started going. And actually, this thing did run tonight. I did fire it back up. So it runs with that distributor. It just runs like, you know, the distributor itself is off center now, and yeah, rubbish. I can't put out work like that. That's terrible. So Anyways, leave a comment, subscribe, watch all my other videos. This is all Nissan hardbody related stuff. So if you're fixing one up or you're thinking about buying one, you might find some good pointers in some of the videos that I've got. So thanks for watching. You guys have a great one. Take care now. Bye.